The race is heating up in Serie A, and the transfer market is buzzing with activity. Juventus is officially leading the charge to sign Atalanta wingback Lorenzo Bernasconi. This rising star has become a staple of the Bernasconi recruitment project, and the Turin Giants are ready to leverage new financial incentives to bring the Cremonese product to their squad. With his impressive run in the senior side, Juventus is positioning itself to beat out the competition for one of the most promising young talents in Italy.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the business in Turin is far from over, as Juventus has set its sights on a massive target in Anfield. Liverpool is reportedly furious after Juventus made an audacious request to acquire goalkeeper Alisson Becker on a free transfer. The Reds are rightfully standing their ground, expecting a significant fee for the Brazilian star, but the Bernasconi are pushing hard to lower the price tag. It is a bold move that has sent shockwaves through Merseyside and created a tense standoff between the two European powerhouses. Meanwhile, the landscape of European football is shifting rapidly as our latest power rankings reveal the hottest teams on the continent. Michael Carrick has engineered a brilliant turnaround at Manchester United, putting the Red Devils back in the hunt for the Champions League anthem. Not to be outdone, Brighton is making an incredible push for the top six, and Juventus is riding a 7-game unbeaten streak that has put their European destiny firmly in their own hands as the domestic season enters its final stretch. Finally, Juventus is proving there is more to the beautiful game than just on-pitch performance by showcasing how they effectively integrate top-tier education with their elite academy development program. It is a deep dive into how the club is shaping the stars of tomorrow both in the classroom and on the training ground. Make sure you are keeping up with every update by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell so you never miss a beat. Ever wonder how a single player can shift the entire transfer landscape of Serie A? Right now, all eyes are on Atalanta's breakout star, Lorenzo Bernasconi, and it looks like Juventus is ready to make their move. This 22-year-old wingback has been nothing short of a revelation this season, and for a club like Juve, he's exactly the kind of prospect that changes the game. Bernasconi's journey is the stuff of dreams. A Cremonese youth product who cut his teeth in Atalanta's academy, he grinded his way through the U23 side before earning his spot in the senior squad last summer. Since his debut in September, he's been a staple, racking up 37 appearances and 3 assists, proving he's got the lungs and the tactical maturity to survive under different managers. But here is the real kicker. Why is Juve so desperate for him? With Philip Kostic heading out and clouds of uncertainty surrounding both Juan Cabal and Andrea Cambiaso, the left flank in Turin is suddenly looking very thin. Juve needs fresh legs, and Bernasconi fits the project perfectly. Now, don't think for a second this will be easy. Roma is lurking, though their current internal drama might just hand the keys to the old lady on a silver platter. And let's talk business. Atalanta just tied him down to a massive deal running until 2030, meaning they aren't looking for a quick fire sale. They've slapped a €25 million price tag on his head, which, in today's market, is actually a bold statement of his value. What makes this move even smarter for Juventus is the new Italian football regulation. By targeting an under-23 Italian talent, they get a sweet break on amortization costs, making this as much of a financial masterstroke as it is a tactical one. It's a classic case of identifying a rising star before his price doubles. If they pull this off, they aren't just filling a gap, they're building for the next half-decade. So, what do you think? Is Bernasconi the missing piece for a title charge, or is 25 million too steep for a rising star? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned. Because in the world of Serie A transfers, today's rumors are tomorrow's headlines. Ever felt like someone tried to walk into your house and ask for your car for free? Well, that is exactly the kind of audacious energy Juventus is bringing to the table right now in their pursuit of Liverpool's #1, Alisson Becker. Fabrizio Romano recently dropped the bombshell that the Bianconeri see Alisson as their dream target. And while the Brazilian might be tempted by a return to Serie A, the negotiation tactics from Turin are leaving the Anfield hierarchy absolutely fuming. Here is the kicker. While Liverpool is looking for a fair fee, somewhere in the 10 to 15 million euro range, Juventus has reportedly had the nerve to suggest that the Reds should just let him walk away for absolutely nothing. Let's be real for a second. Asking a club to release a player of Alisson's caliber for free while he is still under contract is not just optimistic. It is bordering on delusional. It is no wonder the higher-ups at Liverpool are reportedly irritated. This move is a textbook example of nothing to lose, everything to gain. But it feels incredibly disrespectful to a player who has been a bedrock for the club. We know Alisson isn't getting any younger, and his injury record has been a concern. But even then, the valuation of 10 to 15 million is already a bargain. To ask for a free transfer, that is a non-starter. If Liverpool caves to this, it would set a terrible precedent for their transfer business. We are already looking at a potential end-of-an-era scenario with Salah and Robertson potentially heading for the exits, so losing our wall and goal under these terms would be a bitter pill to swallow. Personally, I think Liverpool needs to stand their ground. If Juve wants their dream target, they need to pay the market price or walk away. What do you guys think? Is Juventus just playing hardball, or have they lost their minds? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all things LFC, and remember, great clubs are built on respecting their own value. Stay tuned. The European football landscape is shifting right before our eyes, and if you haven't been paying attention to the latest power rankings, you've been missing some absolute chaos. We are at that point in the season where every single touch of the ball carries the weight of a trophy or a Champions League dream. Let's break down who is peaking at the perfect time and who is starting to crack under the pressure. First off, can we talk about Brighton? The Seagulls have officially entered the chat for the Champions League spots, and frankly, they've earned every bit of the spotlight. After dismantling Chelsea 3-0, they've proven they aren't just here to participate, they're here to disrupt the order. If Aston Villa can pull off a Europa League win, that top 6 spot looks like a golden ticket to elite European football. Meanwhile, Manchester United is back on our power rankings list. Michael Carrick has orchestrated a proper resurgence, and with only 6 points standing between them and the Champions League anthem, the vibe at Old Trafford has shifted from desperation to legitimate anticipation. Over in Italy, Juventus is playing with fire, currently on a 7-game unbeaten streak. They have a 5-point cushion now, and the race for those top spots is firmly in their hands. Speaking of Italy, Inter Milan is somehow staring down a potential domestic double. After an absolute thriller of a comeback against Como to reach the Coppa Italia final, it's clear they have the grit to finish this season as champions. It's a complete turnaround from their earlier struggles, and they are looking like a team of destiny. Now, for the heartbreak. The Bernabeu is likely headed for a trophy-less season, which in Madrid is basically a state of emergency. Real Madrid is 9 points adrift of Barcelona with only 6 games left, and it just feels like the lights have gone out on their campaign. And if you want to talk about spiraling, look no further than Arsenal. From dreaming of a quadruple to fighting to keep their season alive, the Gunners have let Manchester City storm past them at the top. The momentum is firmly in City's corner now. Pep Guardiola knows exactly how to hunt down a title in the spring, and frankly, it feels like they're already measuring the trophy for new ribbon colors. Barcelona is keeping their cool in La Liga, though the loss of Lamine Yamal to a season-ending injury after his match-winning penalty is a massive blow to Hansi Flick's plans. And don't sleep on Bayern Munich. With the Bundesliga title already in the bag, they're laser-focused on a historic treble. Their upcoming Champions League semifinal against PSG is going to be the game of the season. PSG, meanwhile, is still nursing their wounds after that shock loss to Lyon, but bounced back with a clean sheet against Nantes, just in time for the big dance. It's a wild time to be a football fan, and the table is far from set. Who do you think has the steel to survive these final weeks, and who is going to bottle it when it matters most? Drop a comment below with your predictions, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the beautiful game. The finish line is in sight, and nobody is pulling their punches. What does it actually take to build a world-class footballer? Hint: it involves a lot more than just endless drills on a training pitch. Today, we're looking behind the curtain at Juventus, a club that has realized that the modern game is as much about the mind as it is about the feet. While most academies focus purely on tactical systems, Juve has pioneered a unique hybrid model that forces their youth prospects to hit the books just as hard as they hit the ball. They aren't just raising future Serie A stars, they are cultivating well-rounded human beings. It's a fascinating shift in philosophy. By integrating academic rigor directly into the daily life of their academy players, the old lady is hedging their bets. After all, professional football is a brutal numbers game, and for the vast majority who don't make it to the Allianz Stadium, an education is the ultimate insurance policy. But there's a deeper, more strategic layer here. Intelligent players are, by definition, better tactical thinkers. By prioritizing classroom success, Juventus is essentially sharpening the cognitive tools required to read the game, adapt to new systems, and handle the immense psychological pressure of high-stakes competition. It's a holistic approach that challenges the football-first dogma, and honestly, more clubs should be taking notes. If you found this look at the intersection of sport and education as compelling as I did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more deep dives into the business of football. At the end of the day, a jersey might fade, but an education, and the intellect it builds, is the one asset that stays with a player long after the final whistle blows.